Hey everybody, this is Presto
CorporalNosaj,
and you are listening to episode 47 of the Nintendads podcast. Special live episode. We're doing live episodes mostly now. This is more the rule than the exception these days.
it's easier.
It is so much easier. And on this evening's episode, as you could maybe guess from the thing that I can see but Corporal can't, George, darn right, it is Family Gaming Night. The episode. We're not actually going to be playing games with our families. No, we're not going to do that. But we are going to be talking about all the games, because it's Thanksgiving, the holiday season. You got family coming into town. You got more family time off work, the holidays, all that stuff. And we want to talk about some family games. We're the Nintendads, first of all. And we're very adult most of the time. But tonight we're going to be more family-oriented, sort of. Viewer discretion is definitely still very advised.
At all times.
And we are doing this live, so if you are listening to this on Spotify, Anchor, Apple, Stitcher, one of the many audio-only platforms, we're waving at you. You can't see us, but we're waving at you. And if we say hi to people in the chat, like Mimi-chan, all the way from the Philippines. Hello, Mimi-chan. Hello, George. Welcome in. If you hear us shouting people out, it's because we do record these episodes live on Facebook. And you can catch us. Our schedule is kind of willy-nilly right now, but if you're feeling lucky, you can catch us when we're doing these episodes. You feeling lucky, punk. That's not family friendly. That's not what we're doing tonight. But anyway, before we jump into the frenzy of family things, we got some news to cover. First of all, here's the main news. Me and Corporal are officially citizens of the metaverse. Okay?
Yes, I would show you my...
Ooh, it actually turned on by itself. That's wild.
Mine, but Lady Sage is currently in the other room beating the heck out of somebody with it.
Beating the heck out of some sabers?
Maybe. Yes. Her head, yes, from across the room. I can see underneath her with the glasses. All I see is the smile.
Yes. So yeah, me and Corporal got Oculuses, and we are going to do an episode...
No, it's Oculi.
Oculi? That sounds like it's a sea creature. Oh no. George says, and in 30 minutes, both Nintendads will be as drunk as a homeless person on a street corner. I mean, that's not up to us. Anywho, yeah, we both got Oculus quests, VR headsets. We're going to do a VR episode in VR soon. The Nintendads do the metaverse. That's going to be fun and possibly nausea-inducing, depending on the star situation. But yeah, so we've been playing a bunch of that. First of all, let's talk about the big news this week. Which I guess, I mean, there's a couple pieces of big news, but
there is only one news that matters. Are you listening to me, people? Only one.
That's Halo. I'm terrible with that, but it's Halo Infinite. It came out. How early? Real early.
3.5 weeks early.
3.5 weeks.
Almost a full month early.
Yo, that's actually wild. There were rumors, so the reason they dumped it early is not for no reason. It was the 20th, is that right? The 20th anniversary of Halo, when they dropped Halo Infinite.
Which means, because I played Halo Combat Evolved, the first Halo game, when it came out. I'm 34, so I was 14.
Really?
14. Doing the math, I was 14 when that came out.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean,
I
math.
thought we were older when it came out.
So did I, but math.
See? We're young. We're hip with it. Anyway, I love it. I've never really played a Halo game before, but I love it. It is so much. I was playing it just before this stream, 23-3. I've never done something like that. I was so mad I wasn't streaming it. Anyway, Corporal, you love it, right? You love it? You like it? You're okay about it?
I am a campaign guy. I am more of a story-based guy. So I am getting... This has gotten me so hyped. You know what? I'm going to fly over to Joseph.
What? Oh, sorry, I was dozing off. You said something about campaign. Just the sound of you talking about the campaign just lulls me to sleep.
This gets me very excited for the full release of the actual game, the campaign, on December 8th. So yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'll play the campaign. It's on Game Pass, so I'll play it. That's pretty much the only reason I'll play it.
We'll have to wait for them to release an update for there to be co-op campaign.
Right. It's not launching with co-op cam. Oh, then I'm not playing it. I'll see you on the arena side of things. No way.
But for watching, I'll be streaming it. Whether you want to watch it or not, I will be streaming
I'll
it.
feel like I'm playing it. I'll just sit there with a controller and pretend like I'm a kid on Christmas with a one-player game.
There you go.
The other big news that actually happened today, it's the 18th, November 18th, if you're listening to this in the future, with your flying cars and jetpacks.
An Oculi.
DC announced the rumored DC... not DC, WB.
Yeah, Warner
Which
Brothers.
includes DC. They're big on two-letter acronyms. Multiverses, which is going to be a Smash-like platform fighter with Superman, Batman, Scooby-Doo,
Scooby-Doo.
or Shaggy. No, Scooby's not in it. Shaggy's in it.
You just said Gooby-Doo. So
Scooby-Doo? Whatever. It's cartoon people. Jake the dog and Finn the human. Some other people that I don't know. What Tom and Jerry? Tom and Jerry. Obviously, day one, Tom and Jerry.
I have opinions already. I've seen enough, and I have opinions. You know what my opinions are?
Well, first of all, it's a free-to-play game. It's going to be free. It's going to be cross-platform, and it's going to be on every platform except the Switch. Did you notice that?
Yes.
Did you see how they did that? Okay, tell me your conclusions, opinions. Assault.
So, in the recent months, I want to say 8 months, there have been more companies throwing their hat into the ring to create their own Super Smash versions. And
why, you may ask?
I want to say probably even longer than 8 months, probably like 4 years, there has been a dramatic increase in Super Smash type games being released, where there's a conglomerate of people from different, like Brawlhalla, all these different genres that are being...
Yeah, Rushdown Revolt.
Yeah. So it's becoming a much more popular thing. I'm honestly surprised with like the Injustice and the Mortal Kombat.
Oh, you mean not necessarily platform fighters? You mean like just games that are just like incorporating third-party content?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I will agree. Like, as in the past several years, third-party content is becoming big. In the past 8 months, we're having a lot more of the genre type stuff that is Super Smash.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that the industry is doing too much of it, and it's no longer going to be cool. It's no longer going to be niche. It's now going to be too popular, and I don't like it.
Well, you know who started this mess?
And I also do not really think that Warner Brothers' idea was entirely genuine because of the release of Nickelodeon. I feel like way back in the day, they heard of each other and like one just produced one faster. The art style is so similar. I'm almost getting whiplash by it, and I'm not sure if I'm interested.
Oh, we'll get there. Hero, welcome. Team Okra in the building. Blazing Diamond and Super Pearl, or the new Pokemon games are out today too.
Yes.
That's also a news item. But, so, what you said, first of all, you know who started this mess? Fortnite. Fortnite decided that they were going to have Ariana Grande and Master Chief beat the hell out of Rick and Morty and Naruto. Okay? They're the ones who have been pushing, to great success, by the way.
It's a great success, but I'll also to say that it was probably the most ingenious marketing ploy they ever could have done in a video game. And by all means, my hat goes off to them, because they should have been doing this stuff a long time ago.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
They could have.
But so that's the crossover thing. I think Fortnite started that trend, and it's been so successful that everybody is like, oh, let's do it. The reason we're seeing Smash games come out now, and I actually tweeted this in a rare act of me tweeting from my own account, we've known for like the last year and a half that Super Smash Bros. Fighters Pass 2 was going to go through and end before the end of 2021. So these devs have had almost 2 years. I don't remember when we learned that, but I feel like it was like almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Basically, Smash Ultimate's like development cycle has had a countdown. And I think a lot of devs looked at that and said, all right, Smash is coming out with their last thing. As soon as they release their last character, the popularity and the people's willingness to hang on and support the game is going to go down, because there's no more things to look into. By the way, Hero, I don't know what's going on with the alerts, but thank you, Sarah, for the like. Thank you, Hero, for the like.
Not me. I didn't take them.
No, it's Streamlabs is all messed up these days.
What is that because of the natural countdown for the development cycle of that game system, you're saying that there is a void, a power vacuum that is being created, and
I think so.
Are jumping in to take it. I think that's an extremely
because if Fortnite tomorrow said, well, we're going to release our last DLC pack on January 2023, you bet your ass come February 2023 there would be 500 Fortnite clones scooping up their audience that was like, ooh, we want something brand new, and now Fortnite is dead.
Yeah.
And the other interesting thing is, both Nickelodeon and the WB multiverses have put an explicit emphasis on rollback netcode and low latency input online, which is arguably Smash Ultimate's biggest fault.
Yeah.
So that seems pretty intentional to me. And it's funny, Multiverses made it a point to showcase all their characters are voice acted by the original people who voice act them, like Kevin Conway.
Yeah, for Batman.
Voices Batman in the game. And that is absolutely throwing shade at Nickelodeon All-Stars, because they don't have one single voice line from anything. Yo, Melissa in the chat from my porch.
Porch.
She's literally right there. I know it.
She's a fangirl. She's outside holding up signs.
Yeah, she's like, "Whoa, Nintendads! Bring us more tequila!" So yeah, Multiverses came out. Speaking of Smash, also announced today. It's crazy that all these things, like if we did this episode when we were planning on doing it on Tuesday, we would have missed out on a bunch of these things.
Yeah.
Panda Global announced.
We can thank 343 Industries for releasing Halo for that.
See, procrastination is the key. Panda Global, which is an esports team, they make some hardware and stuff, but they mostly are known for their esports roster, announced they are doing an officially licensed, the first officially licensed Super Smash Bros. Competitive circuit for Melee and Ultimate. And when I say officially sponsored or officially licensed, I mean by the big N, Nintendo. Nintendo tweeted out about competitive Melee today.
I don't understand what's going on. Like, hashtag free Melee has been a thing for so long. And for this to happen?
It's nuts. So, did you hear the person that got kicked out of mime school It was something they said.
Brian,
Brian, welcome in. So I think myself and the vast majority of the Smash community is waiting for the catch, right?
Oh,
because Nintendo, every time Nintendo gets involved with competitive Smash, it's 9 times out of 10 it's a cease and desist. And the other one time, like, they tried to do this exact thing with Twitch, like, 4 years ago, and then completely screwed Twitch over by backing out at the last minute and just, like, ignoring their calls. It seems like this, on the surface, this looks great. I guarantee you it's not. There's something that's... either the rule set is going to be whacked with, like, items or something, or, like, I don't know. It's just every time Nintendo has tried to interact with the competitive Melee community, it's always in this super restricted, like, you're the stepchild I don't really love sort of way, and it always blows up. So it'll be interesting to see it crash and burn, or this will be the first step. This will be the first step in the right direction, but, like, pretty much all the Nintendo, or all the Smash Brothers professionals, especially on the Melee side, are like, we didn't forget how you tried to, like, viciously murder our competitive community when we were in the middle of a pandemic for the last 2 years. So, thanks. But if they were going to do it with one company, Panda Global is the company to do it with. By the way, I heard that Teslas don't have that new car smell. They have Elon Musk. Ugh. Smells like not paying your taxes.
Oh. Political shade.
Anyway. Yeah, another news, Shin Megami Tensei 5 came out. Massive launch. People love it. Even Nick Yeti is thinking about getting that one. Weeb.
Nick Yeti.
Yeah, and then Pokemon, the new Diamond and Pearl remasters, right? It's not a remake, it's remaster. Came out, and they're very pretty and lovely, and people like them. And I think that's it for the news. That's the news.
The news!
If you don't know, now you know. So we're going to move on to Family Game Night. I don't know. I never got the clap sound effect.
I have to clap. I'm clapping.
Hold on. I might actually have it. Clack. I forget if I called it clack, clap, or clack.
It's in the Dropbox as clap.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna now we're wasting time. We're wasting people's lives trying to find a sound effect. Anyway. So, family games. Now, what we're not going to do in this episode is we're not going to sit here. We're going to go...
But wait, Preston.
What?
Why won't you? But I love them. They are classics.
Because we're not going to sit here and go over all the basic ones, right? Mario Kart. You can play Mario Kart with your family. There, I said it. Are you happy?
I'm literally getting a text right now that says Mario farts.
Wow. No lie. As soon as I said that, we both just got a text in the group chat asking us to play Mario Kart. Kart. So, yeah, you can play Mario Kart with your family. If you didn't know, you're the only one. I will say that the new Mario Party Superstars looks super legit.
So
super duper legit.
Me and Little Red played it 2 weeks ago.
Hi, Jessica.
When it came out. Hi, Jessica.
So you've played it?
Yes.
Give us a full review in like 2 sentences.
I haven't done the online, so I don't know how worthy it is, but I'll tell you this much: I might get it.
Oh, and there's the nostalgia factor because it's all the old Nintendo 64 maps, GameCube mini games, like all of it, all the Mario Kart that you know and love before they ruined it.
It's built on a platform that they could add DLC and expand things.
They absolutely will.
So that's what makes me.
If there's anything left, they included like all the old stuff. There's like hundreds of things.
It's going to be a live service game where they can just keep adding to it.
Is it? Because that's what Super Mario Party was supposed to be, and it was not.
No.
It was not. They didn't even have online play until like 6 months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Mario Party Superstars, by the way, Mario Party Superstars would be an incredible game to do a drinking stream to.
Oh, yes. And if you get stars, then you have to finish your drink or take shots.
And we'd make up rules about, like, if you steal somebody else's, you have to steal their drink or make them... We could really go off the rails. We could really go off the rails with that.
George, start taking notes. King George, if you're still in... Oh, Brian has jumped back. A harp and a violin walk into the bar. The harp turns the violin and says... I'm going to let you say it.
Are you calling me a liar? That's good. Good stuff. So yes, there's the traditional list of the top Mario games and Mario Golf and Mario Tennis and Mario Sport. Mario and then insert sport. They're all good games to play with your family. We can put little Bowser and his son playing up here. It's good. You know it's good. We're gonna give you the real deal. The real good games. The indie games. The stuff you gotta go down the dark alley to get in Brooklyn. Now we're in Brooklyn. That's what kind of games you're gonna get for your family.
You gotta go to the guy who opens up his wallet in the dark little alley and pulls out the...
You want some games? Don't lick this. You don't want to lick this. It tastes terrible, but here's a game.
This is the Streets of Rage games.
Take this home for your son. Take it for your son. Anyway, that got weird really quickly.
Dark.
But yeah, that's a good one to start with. Streets of Rage / Scott Pilgrim are great games because both of them are 4-player co-op. Streets of Rage, if you're playing with younger children and you don't want to see them have to fight a dominatrix boss who whips people, or you don't want to see them be like, Daddy, why does that man have a shiv? What's a shiv? Why is a broken beer bottle stabbing that? Like, if you have kids under, 10, maybe don't go Streets of Rage. Scott Pilgrim, though, Scott Pilgrim also has adult things, but they won't get it. It'll go right over their heads. So
Scott Pilgrim will fix their online netcode, so now that works.
Yeah, well, we're talking, if you're playing with your family, most of the time it's going to be couch co-op. And Streets of Rage, you can only do 2 players online, but couch co-op, you can do 4 players.
Which makes the game so much better.
Yes. And I will add to this list, because I know it's going to come out in the near future, and I know it's going to be amazing, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Absolutely. That would be the first game I would list if it was out. It's not. That's delayed. It's delayed. Like so many others. So yeah, that's fun for some beat 'em up stuff. Corporal, you've probably played this next one more than me, and definitely more than me with your kiddo.
Me and Little Red have played Minecraft Dungeons so much, and I think that of everything on this list, it's probably there's one game that's on here that I've played more than Minecraft Dungeons. So Minecraft Dungeons is probably my favorite because it doesn't take much thought. It's a bunch of button mashing. You try to stay alive and survive through dungeons, and you can just kind of hang out with your friends and family and be full of turkey and not have to worry about trying to think too hard about it. It's a great...
Yeah, Minecraft Dungeons, despite the shade that I will throw at it for their DLC being lackluster for a hyper
You're picky. That's your
I
problem.
am picky. I want real end game.
Picky.
But it's perfect. It's perfect for a casual night, and you can set the difficulty lower so you can have fun and you can kind of walk your kid through it, and you can revive each other, and it's just good. It's great, and it's something that you can play and come back to because you like build your character progression. Now, if your kids are a little bit older, you can of course play the Diablo 2 remake or Diablo 3. Actually, I didn't put it on the list, but because we're talking about local multiplayer,
Yep.
Diablo 3 is now an option. Because Diablo 3's online multiplayer on the Switch is hit or miss. But local co-op, I would say if you're playing with kids, if you're the type of person who had to walk uphill in the snow both ways, and you suffered and you had a terrible childhood, and you want to inflict that upon your kids, have them play Diablo 2 with you. If you want to have fun, play Diablo 3 with them. Next, it wouldn't be a Nintendads episode if we didn't mention Killer Queen Black at some point.
Yeah. For those who don't know, we have done private interviews with the developers from Killer Queen Black. We've done giveaways with Killer Queen Black. Killer Queen Black has been a part of our upbringing since we first started out. We haven't
streamed Killer Queen Black in like a long time.
We should stream.
They got new maps.
Yep. Killer Queen, great arcade game that found its way. It's a cabinet that found its way into the console world, and it's phenomenal. And
it's team-based, so you'll be playing and relying on your family. So it depends on what kind of family dynamic you have, because it can get very hectic and very heated very, very quickly. But it's fun. It's very fun.
You have a competitive family. Presto.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. It came out recently. It's a Smash Brothers clone, and it's great for kids and adults alike because it's got cartoon characters, and it's not. I mean, you could play Smash. Smash gets lumped into those games we mentioned at the beginning, where it's like, duh, of course, like Smash family events. Although that's a good way to get in trouble with family and friends too, is to play Smash sometimes if you're, again, competitive. But Nickelodeon All-Star Fall is just sort of like a fun, goofy game. Good to play. And yeah, it's really fast though. If you have young kids, I would stick to Smash Brothers. Maybe save Nickelodeon All-Stars for if they're a little bit older. I'm going to let you take this next one because this is all yours. I'll let you serve it. I'll let you cook it. You're the chef now. I'm in your kitchen.
So, preparing for this episode that we're recording right now, or live streaming right now, I went back and I listened to all of our original episodes, way back then when it was just audio only and we still had Nick Yeti on the couch. I have talked about Overcooked more times on this podcast than I think I have about any other game.
Really?
I talked about Overcooked 1. I talked about Overcooked DLC. I talked about Overcooked 2, Overcooked 2 DLC, and today I'm going to talk about Overcooked, the Game Year Edition, which includes all 4 of that content bundled together, along with all bunch of extra DLC from like holidays, from Halloween, and from Christmas, smashed together into this nice little package that's $34 that includes cross-platform online play.
When did that come out?
Earlier this year.
Really? What was it called?
In the midst of COVID. I honestly think it was called... I'll give you the exact answer.
Edward! Thanks for coming in, sir. For liking, sharing, and commenting. Yeah, because our friend Foe was interested in playing that, and I was like, he's like, which version do I get? And I'm like, well, no, that's Jason.
It's called Overcooked All You Can Eat.
Oh, I do appreciate their titling of their games and DLC. As someone who frequently also relates things back to food at every opportunity, I think that's a delicious way to serve up your game.
If you have it on any platform, you immediately can sync your accounts to their online system, which means you can cross-play with anybody on every. So
that's awesome.
Lady Sage, myself, and my name is Jeff have sat over there on the couch, me on the Switch, and the two of them on PlayStation 5, and we all played together.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Works really well.
If that game wasn't so damn hectic and stress-inducing, just like real cooking, I would be more interested in playing it.
You are a character of your choosing. You can be a whale in a wheelchair if you wanted to. Or you
Norwal!
No,
my character is absolutely the derpy dog that's like wall-eyed, like looking in two different directions, because that truly represents me every time I step into a kitchen.
So you can be whatever character you want. You're placed into a kitchen, and every kitchen has a different, I'm going to say, environmental challenge. Like you're on a pirate ship, and it's rocking back and forth. And as you rock back and forth, the cooking platform you're on slides across the map. And you have to, like, cook, prep, cook, and serve your food. Stress, but I enjoy it so much.
We've actually streamed it more times than I've wanted
to.
I
think we streamed it 3 times.
We've definitely streamed it more than 3 times. There's been a bunch of times where we've streamed it, and then we've stopped, or we've played something else, and then we've switched to Overcooked.
Yeah. So, there's in this vein, there's one other game that you can get that's also in the cooking genre, but it's free to play, and it's on your phone.
Oh, Lord.
So if you are with your family at Thanksgiving during the holidays and everybody comes together and you're looking for something fun to do, you get your entire family and you all sit around in a circle. It's important that you sit together, because if you're trying to do this remotely in other rooms or in another state...
Don't do it.
You can do it. I promise you.
Yeah, but you can, but don't.
So it's called Family Style. The game is called Family Style. It's a free-to-play game. On your phone, you are given food, and you may have the cutting board, they may have the broiler, and they may have the fryer, and you're going to be given instructions like fry the shrimp. So you then need, who's got the fryer? You've got the fryer? Swipe the shrimp over to them. They have to fry it. They have to send it back to you so you can plate it. You may get, I don't know, a head of lettuce, and you have to send it over to them, who's got the cutting board, who has to chop it.
It's like first person. It's like first person Overcooked.
Yeah, it is. It's first person Overcooked. It is a lot of fun, and you can have private lobbies so everybody in your room can join together. I think you can have up to six or 8 players.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be a very appropriate game to play, like while like the wives and the moms and everybody are like doing the actual cooking. I can see like the husbands and the kids like frantically playing this cooking game and being like sitting down at the table, and both groups just being like, "Whew, man, that was intense," and then be like, "Wait, what? What are you talking about? You what? No, we were being productive too."
Yeah. Good evening, gentlemen. I'm here for a quick break. Edward, enjoy your break with us.
WarioWare, the new WarioWare game is out, and it doesn't have mini games, it has micro games.
So Little Red has this game.
Oh, he does.
I haven't played it, but Little Red has it and he enjoys it.
It looks like it would be super fun. Well, I'm sorry, what did he say?
It's a little challenging.
Yeah, it's fast. Like, you have to understand the rules and figure out what to do and then actually do it, usually in the course of like 3 to 5 seconds. It seems like it would be fun under 2 conditions. Being in person definitely feels like a game that it's definitely more fun when you're in person, and drinks. To me, those are the 2.
Okay.
Like, if I had a group of 5 people over and they're like, what do we want to play? Like, I would buy that game just to play it with people in person.
Okay.
So, family gaming in person. Again, it's really hectic, so younger kids probably aren't going to be into it. But it is out there, and it is new. And it is $50?
Yeah.
It's going to go on sale. There's no way that's keeping a $50 price point for a bunch of micro games.
Yeah.
If you want to get classic, Clubhouse Games is still a thing. It's been out for years at this point, I think. And it's basically checkers, chess, backgammon, Chinese checkers, Mancala, like dominoes. Like it's got like 50 or 80 or 100, whatever.
100 tabletop games.
And they're all like recognizable tabletop game, and it teaches you how to play. If you don't know how to play, it has like tutorials and training modes on stuff.
You can play dominoes with your friends. It's great because if you have the Switch, you can turn the Switch, flat down, screen side up, and everybody can have a controller and they can do what they want on the screen and just watch. It's cool.
Yeah, and look, I've almost gotten it a couple times, but then there's always like another game that I'd rather be playing.
I listened to the episode recently when that game was released. Your exact words were, I think I'll get this. This is a game that me and my wife can play together. We're going on a vacation out in the middle of the woods where we won't have internet, and this might be a fun thing for us to do. And you never did it.
I never did it. I mean, I went on vacation, but I didn't get the game. Also, I don't know why this isn't on the list. Probably because it's going to require multiple Switches and multiple people having the game. But Monster Hunter. Nothing brings a family together like smacking a monster in the face.
I think so.
And any opportunity to talk favorably about Monster Hunters. That's what I'm going to do.
In prepping for this episode, the next, or the second to next one that's on this list, a little bit further down, talked about hunting. And Monster Hunter was one of the top hunting games it chose to give me. And I was like, that is just, you are Presto. You're trying to find a way to shoehorn this game.
Hunter. It's in the game title. I didn't make that up.
You like to go out in the woods, play Breath of the Wild, or Monster Hunter Rise? Do you like to hunt? Play Monster Hunter Rise. Do you like to dress up? Play Monster Hunter Rise. Do you like to play online with your friends? Play Monster. You will find a reason to promote this game. I wish you were getting paid by them.
Me too. Look, I even got the Steelbook right there, next to that other game that I played for a couple hours and haven't really touched. Wait, it's so hard to do this backwards. There it is. There we go.
There, yeah.
But yeah, Monster Hunter Rise, you have to have multiple copies, but if you do, it's very fun. Monster Hunter Rise has its roots, or Monster Hunter in general has its roots in mobile gaming. Like in Japan, Monster Hunter has always been on portable consoles, and it's like 3 people on a bus taking down a Diablos. That's like some of the true spirit of Monster Hunter. So it's good. It's great. Play it. We can hunt together.
That's okay. Moving
on. Definitely a game for after the kids go to bed. Jackbox.
If you don't know what Jackbox is, think of what's that card
Cards
game?
Against Humanity.
Yeah, think of Cards Against Humanity, but on a digital platform.
But there's like 7 or 8 Jackbox packs now, and each of them have different mini games, and there's trivia, and there's like inappropriate drawing ones. The one that is the king of Jackbox that most people think about, that you're talking about, is Quiplash.
Yeah.
Quiplash! Watch. And I think they have like Quiplash 2 and 3, and they're all the exact.
I wish that there was a universal user interface platform that was like Jackbox Games, and then you can log in and then choose which version you want to download.
Maybe someday.
Different versions, and it gets a little much. But
you're talking about the Jackbox metaverse.
Yes. There's It's a great game to play with other people. You can have one host and you've got multiple players and everybody can interact. Like I said, like
vote on your phones. Yeah, you
There's
only need
more?
phones. You only need phones to play, other than the main game.
There's one game that's on this list that I'm surprised we didn't include.
That's not on the list?
Not on the list.
What is it?
Among Us. Why did we not include Among Us?
Because everybody forgot about Among Us about 6 months ago.
Yep.
Among Us. Play
Among
with your
Us-
family.
Among
Ruin
Us-
relationships.
Discover who in your household is a good liar.
Yes. You might not want to.
No. Trust issues.
If you want to see the funniest Among Us clip you will ever see, go through our videos and look for the video titled Presto Betrays Corporal.
You betrayed Dad.
It was so... The music and the editing, which I also did, was perfect. Man, amazing! Here for a moment, about to go to bed, start the new job. Yes! Manda got the job! Congrats, Manda. We wish you the best in your new professional line of work.
And new endeavors.
Go to bed, get sleep, wake up fresh, drink 4.2 gallons of coffee.
Not you.
Yes.
So, we are in the holiday season, and there are plenty of games that nobody wants to play. But I, every year, around this time of year, find myself wanting to play a hunting game.
Like Monster Hunter Rise for the Nintendo Switch.
No! I want to don some camouflage, grab a compound bow, and elbow crawl through the woods and rub my face in some animal poop to figure out which animal I'm going to hunt.
Oh.
Hunt him.
You're not talking about hunting, you're talking about hunting.
Yes!
Without the G. The G got killed and mounted on the wall, and it's just hunting.
Hunting. So, at this time of year, there's lots of turkey hunters that you can go and find. And the best, I'm going to call it a turkey. We all know it's not a turkey, but the best hunting shooter ever is Duck Hunt.
Yes! Wait, yes! Right
Yeah.
there!
Yes.
Apparently, okay, so clear something up for me. Maybe somebody in the chat knows this. Apparently, in the original Duck Hunt for NES, the original Nintendo, you could use one of those controllers to control the duck or the dog. You could use a second controller to control... It was either the duck or the dog. I saw it recently, and I don't know if it's true.
In September 17th of 2018, according to Seth Rogen, it turns out that the other player, there's one player who controls the zapper to shoot the duck, while someone can plug in the second controller and, hold on.
Control the duck or the dog?
I'm looking for it. While he was hunting. Little Fun Secret, player game.
I also do not trust... If Seth Rogen is the source, that's not reliable.
And can take control of the ducks.
Ducks.
He can take... check out the tweets from Seth Rogen. Hot tip. That's 25 years late, but I didn't have a Twitter back then, so here's the truth. In Duck Hunt on Nintendo, the second player controller controls the duck. Me and my sister found this out by accident because I sat on the controller and the duck kept flying to the top right-hand corner. This has led to a number of great responses from fans.
This might actually be true.
I'm looking for...
In Game A, one duck will appear on the stream. Game A allows a second player to control the movement of the flying ducks using a normal NES controller. That's
There it
on Wikipedia. Oh my god. That's true.
Amazing in chat. Seth Rogen's a huge gamer. He would probably know.
It's true. This is a fact. It's on a fact checking site.
It's on a fact checking site.
It is. I can't believe it. Oh my god! It's a picture. It's a picture of the actual paper instruction manual.
Oh really? Wow.
That's
Nobody reads the
wild.
instructions. That's what we knew for 25 years.
Wow. That is so the Nintendo that these two hook up to is like super duper finicky and will probably not work, but I might have to try and test that. I have a CRT off camera right over there for Melee.
Downstairs where you can use as guinea pigs.
That's wild. Oh my god. I can't believe we didn't put that in our fun facts episode.
No. Yeah.
Anyway,
Want some good
I
Nintendo.
feel super old now. Amanda, you're in the right. You're among friends.
If you want,
Old friends.
you want to find some super interesting Nintendo facts, find our fun facts episode. That was
Man. So what other games besides Duck Hunt can you get your hunting? If you want to go hunting, what game you gonna play, CorporalNosaj?
There's a couple of them that are actually on the Switch. Games on the Switch. I've recently been playing. It's called Cable's The Hunt. It's
Cabela's?
Yeah, Cabela's The Hunt. It's an original arcade shooter.
Amanda says Deer Hunter on PC. The classic. The classic.
Hunting Simulator 2 is out, and that's on Xbox Game Pass, so free yet again. There's also a game, I don't know if anybody still remembers this game. It came out for the Switch, and you got a gun with it. I dropped the link in chat for those of you who want to see, but it's called Chicken Range, and it's a chicken shooter.
You don't hunt chickens?
According to this one, you do.
That's not a thing.
A shotgun, and you can put one controller here and one controller here.
No! Chickens, you don't hunt chickens. You raise chickens on a farm. That's not hunting. That's the land animal equivalent of shooting fish in a barrel. Shooting chickens in a coop. All right, boys, I'm out. Have a great stream. Much love. Thank you, man. Amazing for stopping by. Have a great first day at work. Chicken hunting.
Yeah, chicken hunt.
Manda says you can hunt anything with a pulse.
Spoken like a true Southerner.
Wasn't there one that was an arcade?
Yeah, that was the
An arcade title?
Cables, not Cables.
Cabela's? That's an arcade? I thought it was Big Game Hunter was the arcade one.
No. Big Buck Hunter. That's the one you're thinking.
Buck
Big
Hunter. Yes.
Yes. Also available on the Switch.
That's the one. So have you ever been to an arcade and there's like a mossy oak cabinet and it's the deer? Big Buck Hunter is the arcade game that actually exists in arcades. That went, as you said, from cabinet to console. Went from cabinet to console. That's what we call it in the biz. Mimi-chan, I'ma just eat. Take care, guys. Have a great day, Mimi-chan. Get that coffee. Big Buck Hunter, though, if you've played it in arcades, it's a very an arcade style shooter. It's definitely not going for realism. It's going for your quarters.
If you want realism, the closest thing you're going to get to realism is Hunting Simulator 2.
Definitely not Chicken Hunter.
No.
Chicken cheese. Other good games, non-hunting games, is classic games. If you have the Nintendo Online service, not that deluxe edition expansion nonsense, although most of the games on there are pretty good to share with family. the classic SNES and SNES and NES titles are great. Like, there's been so many times where I've been up late at night with my wife and played, like, Super Mario World, and we'll swap controllers back and forth. Or just, like, any of those old games, like, they were made before there was online play, so a lot of them have some sort of game mode that is meant to be played with another person in the room. Younger sibling always gets Luigi. If you're a younger sibling, you know what it's like to always have to play Luigi. What other games are great for playing and passing the controller, Corporal?
I always had to pass my GameCube back and forth for Tetris. And see how far you can get.
Tetris was 2-player. Did you only have one controller?
If you had a Game Boy or whatever.
Oh, a Game Boy. Yeah.
So that.
You put this one on the list, which I definitely agree with, but I'll let you take credit since you thought of it.
Pass the controller back and forth.
Yes.
This is actually something who I keep wanting to call her Nurse. I feel like we need to have a better name for her.
I mean, that's when you say that, I know exactly who you're talking about, so I think that's the appropriate name.
Ascension and Nurse came over to the Corporal cabin, and they walked in on me playing Hades. And Hades is a true roguelite game.
I was like, you better be careful. We did a whole episode on this. You can't screw it up.
Where, as you play, you're meant to die, and you make improvements to yourself with each death and each run through, and you keep getting further and further, and then you die and do it again, and you keep going, and sometimes the storyline changes a little bit. So something that we were doing is with each death, we'd also pass the controller.
And that, I mean, Hades is like, we can't recommend that game enough. But any roguelike or roguelite would be good. Like, I mean, probably not, like, Slay the Spire might get a little boring, and those games take a while. But Risk of Rain 2 is multiplayer, so you don't really have to worry about that. But stuff like Binding of Isaac, you know what? What the hell ever happened to Neon White?
I don't know.
That first-person roguelike card game parkour. It was supposed to be announced. It was supposed to be out by now, I thought. Where is it? It's not out. Right? Speaking of roguelike games, that was one I was looking forward to, and it just... Where is it? Probably delayed to 2022, like everything else in life at this point. But yeah, roguelikes and roguelites are a great family thing. They can get a little hardcore, but if you're with a bunch of people, like a group of people, you can play, die, pass the controller to the next person. It's going to be a fun time. Is there any news on it? It's just not... It's just that nobody knows when it's coming out.
I want official news, and I'm not finding, like, there's rumored news, but going off of the Nintendo website, it still says available winter 2021, so... I
mean, it's not... They still have, like, a month and a half, but, like... It's going to be one of those games that it's just going to be like, oh, Neon White's out today. We just decided, we forgot about it, and now it's out.
Matter of fact, it even narrows it down to the Northern Hemisphere in 2021.
Okay.
There's no other information.
Cool. Great. Wonderful. Just vague enough to not be useful at all. I'm going to assume that it's just being delayed to 2022, and they forgot to make a press announcement about it.
Last thing to point out, especially with the holiday season, you have all the family coming over. Maybe not everybody wants to play the game, but couch backseat gaming has become very popular. And I think, and it's something that Lady Sage loves to do with games like Resident Evil or what's on our list, Layers of Fear, where you can sit back and just watch somebody play the game and live through the experience, excitement, and thrill. Things like that can be very entertaining for a family to sit down and watch you die and run for your life. And
also maybe one for after the kids have gone to bed. I will say one game that you can play that is basically as scary to watch as it is to play is any of the Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Five Nights at Freddy's, yeah.
Because there's no, like, it's when you get caught and you get jump scared, everybody in the room gets jump scared together. It's very, it brings you together in fear, and everybody backseats in that. It's impossible not to watch and try and backseat somebody playing because you have stake in the game in that if they mess up, you're going to get your pants soiled. Like, everybody pays the price for when the person playing messes up. Brings people together. Also, you know Resident Evil 4 is on Oculus Quest 2.
It is. My Name is Jeff has made many comments about us playing it.
I mean, Resident Evil 4 arguably not the scariest Resident Evil, but it's still Resident Evil. Corporal had to take care of a zombie. All right, Corporal. I think that about covers.
That's all the family fun games, yeah.
The things. What's that side quest? We haven't had a good side quest in a while.
We haven't done a good side quest in a while, I feel like.
I'm ready. So,
what game have you played in your youth, maybe with your family, that you now play as you're gotten older, the second time around, that has gotten better the second time you played?
Game that I played. And this is one that I played with family early on?
It has to be with family, but I mean family game night. That's where we're going with.
Yeah. You answer first. I have to think about this one.
So, this is a video game podcast show, but I'm going to throw this monkey in the wrench here. A game that I remember playing as a kid with my family was always card games, and I didn't fully understand them.
I still don't fully understand card games most of the time.
Things like Uno and stuff, as an adult, I have a better appreciation for.
Okay, I have one. So, my dad had a Lynx handheld system. If anybody knows what that is.
No.
A Lynx. So a Lynx was like a precursor to the Game Gear. It was massive. It was a handheld system. It had like 12 buttons because you could flip it upside down, or you could play like head to head with somebody as a handheld system. It was crazy. It had lots of buttons. It's LYNX.
I was about to say, you're talking about the old Atari Lynx, right?
Yeah. And so my dad had one of those, and he had 3 games. He had California Games, which was like a sports game. He had some like slime game that I can't remember. It was sort of like a Metroidvania slime game. But he also had Rygar. And Rygar's hard. And I remember we used to play Rygar, and I forget if he used to like control Rygar and I used to be in charge of like the attack, or like I would play the first level and then he would play like the next 8. But I remember playing Rygar with my dad on this giant Lynx that took like 14 Double D batteries, and it just being like this crazy game. And then I remember, I think they made Rygar available in the eShop or somewhere. It was available somewhere else, and I played it, and I was like, oh man, Rygar. I'm like, this is actually like a good game. And it's like very challenging, and the sound design is like really bad, but then really good. Like, it's very old. It's very old. Like every sound effect just kind of sounds like it's all compressed and stuff. But I appreciated it more playing it as an adult. Another game that I played as a kid, like with my cousins on Thanksgiving. Oh, this is perfect. Why didn't I lead with this? I remember going to my aunt's house, and they had a Sega Genesis, and every time I would go, all I would want to play on the Sega Genesis was the X-Men game on Sega Genesis. What was it called?
I don't remember.
What was it called? What was it called? It was called X-Men. It might have just been called X-Men.
I think it was called Sega X-Men.
Yeah, just X-Men Sega Genesis. This is somebody playing through it in 30 minutes. Yeah, it was just called X-Men. It's just X-Men. And you could pick Cyclops, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, and Gambit. And they each had different powers. And then you could, like, summon Storm or summon, like, Rogue. And it was just, like...
The arcade version of...
No, it was not. It's not that game. It's a different game.
But it was set up like that.
No.
Okay.
It is a true 2D platformer. It's not a beat 'em up.
Oh, okay.
It's a platformer. And it's so good.
It's more of a Metroid style game than it is a...
Yeah, it's more of a Metroid style game. It's not as deep, like you don't have a map, but you like run around and you like go on the platforms and you use your powers to defeat enemies, and it's like a basic 2D platformer. But it's so good, and I remember it's brutally hard. And I remember always playing that with my cousins and like never getting past the third stage, like for like 5 years. But it was always like, oh, we're at Thanksgiving. Either I'm trying to get on AOL because we didn't have it yet, or I'm trying to go in the basement and play X-Men on Sega. So that's my answer. Rygar's good. X-Men is great.
There was something I was just thinking of, and I can't remember now.
It's because you're getting old.
I am. Oh, I remember.
Oh, he remembers.
I do remember. I took my Wheaties this morning.
You took your Wheaties this morning?
Yeah. Wheaties.
Oh, yeah, you gotta eat your Wheaties.
Eat your Wheaties, yeah. This is the family episode, and during the Thanksgiving season, we want to express our thanks, and our thanks here at the Nintendads is for you, the listener, our fans, people in chat, people who listen to us across all the platforms. Thank you for allowing us to do what we do.
Extremely thankful for our community, yes.
That's all.
Is that all?
That was my emotional farewell.
Okay, all right. I thought you were going to do something else.
I mean, I was. There's a lot of things I wanted to do.
All right, that's our...
I wanted to talk about pizza, but it was too cheesy.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it was coming. I saw dad joke blacked out in the show notes. I'm like, he's got something. I don't know when.
I didn't want to do the dad joke and do a thank you, like in the wrong order.
Well, your sentimental one was also pretty cheesy too. So, and people say you shouldn't put ham on pizza. There you go. All right, everybody, that's a wrap for episode 47. We are going to be playing some damn Halo this weekend, Saturday night.
For those of you who don't realize yet, but the multiplayer is free to play.
It's free. It's free real estate. There's no reason for you not to play it unless you don't have a computer or an Xbox. Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we will see you on the next one.